Yeah, that's tough, man. PSG 2, Dortmund nil. Dortmund are out of the Champions League. 3-2 on aggregate. Looks like we put up a fight on aggregate, but that game against PSG, there was no fight in that whatsoever, man. I don't know what I was watching. We looked absolutely lifeless. Royce was definitely missed in that game, 100%. And the front three just couldn't pull it off, just couldn't do anything. Sancho tried to, get his weave in and weaves out and, tried to get himself in the game. Haaland tried to get himself into the game, but really and truly, as a team performance, it was quite poor. And this is just something that, we just supposed to be used to, because whenever Dortmund need the big W, we never pull it off. Whenever there's a chance to do something amazing or even create history or just something that fans will remember and cherish for a very long time, Dortmund always seem to mess it up. Always, whether it's the league where we have a chance to stay first, chance to go first in the Champions League, chance to qualify through to the next round, we always either make it harder for ourselves or just don't pull it off when we need to. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh well, that comes down to, you got a young squad, you got no experience. We got the experience. Don't talk about some we got no experience. We got the experience. Berkey is like a leader in that locker room. You got Hummels there, who has been about in the Bundesliga and of course has played for two of the top teams in the league in Dortmund and Bayern Munich, and then obviously he's come back to Dortmund. Definitely a leader in that change room. Well, at least he should be. And then you've got Witsel as well, who's in his 30s, playing very well. Piszczek is there as well. So we have leaders in the locker room. I just don't know why it always seems to be the big games where we need to win, we just don't do it. Anyway, man, the game itself was kind of just pretty straightforward. PSG did what they had to do. Neymar did what he had to do in that game. And it's kind of hard for me because Neymar is my favorite player. So I can't talk bad about him, or I can't, trash his name, because I do like the guy, but I am, very honest, and, I'll keep it 250, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like the guy is being annoying or he's being stupid about stuff, I always admit to people that, Neymar shouldn't be diving or shouldn't be doing this. But yeah, he is one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player. But yeah, he had a very good game. PSG as a whole had a very good game. It's like Tuchel and PSG came to the game with a straight game plan, and that was just to attack and get the goals and do what they needed to do to go through to the next round. And I thought it would be a different story because, of course, with the coronavirus, fans weren't allowed into the stadium, and I thought that they were playing the fans on the PA system around the stadium. No, them Donnies were outside on the streets. I was like, yo, that's real loyalty. That's real loyalty. So the fans were outside, and I'm supposing if we could hear it, then I suppose the players could hear it. But I actually thought that because the fans weren't there, it was kind of going to be an even playing field. But no, the fans were there. They were just outside. They weren't inside the building. They were outside the building. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. And yeah, I guess they thrived off that. And even after the game was done, the players went outside the stadium with no top. So, I'm saying coronavirus is about. So I don't know. They was risking it they was risking it, you know what I'm saying, for the celebration. But they went outside with the fans and they celebrated. One thing they did, which really, and if it pissed me off, then I know it pissed this guy off. But after the game was done, majority of the PSG players sat down to take the mick out of Haaland and do his celebration where he sits down and does the, you know what I'm saying? And Neymar did it, Mbappe did it, a few other players did it, I can't remember off the top of my head. And then they did it in the change room as well. And I saw a tweet, and it literally made me laugh. And it's like someone said, Haaland's the type of player, it looks like the type of player to hold this grudge until he sees PSG again. And I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that whoever we face next is getting the wrath of Haaland. There is no way Haaland is going to take the sitting down. This man is going to break nets the next game we play, whoever we're playing next. I haven't checked the schedule. But if we ever do come up against PSG, whether Haaland comes up against PSG playing for Dortmund or whether he comes up against PSG playing for another team, Real, wherever he goes in the future, I know that this man is going to send a message straight to the soul of the PSG owners, man. I know he's going to go absolutely mad. And sometimes revenge, people thrive with revenge, and sometimes people collapse under revenge. Sometimes it's all that people think about, so they do stupid stuff and they don't play well, they don't do what they're supposed to do. And then there's some people that thrive off revenge and absolutely turn up when they're supposed to. And I think Haaland's actually going to go Terminator mode and just do an absolute madness. So I can't wait for that. But shout out to Haaland, man. I mean, I don't know what he did to annoy PSG. I don't know what he did to annoy Neymar and all the players that took the mick out of him. I really don't know. I don't want to hear nobody talk about they were paying their respects. That's not paying their respect. That's taking the mick. That really is taking the mick. So next time Haaland sees PSG, it's on site, man. Real talk. But yeah, we played with a we played with a 3-4-2-1. This is something that really starts to irritate me about Tuchel Favre. I don't know why he keeps chopping and changing, man. The 3-4-3 was working for us, has been working for us. The 4-2-3-1 has been working for us. Last season, the 4-4-2 that we were kind of using was working for us. But this season, I don't know how many variations of a 3-4-3, 4-2-3-1 this man has used. Yesterday, according to FotMob, link in the description, we played a 3-4-2-1. Now, I didn't see the lineups before the game started because I was doing something. So when I came in, I just sat down and watched the game. Now I'm checking the lineup. I don't understand why Favre keeps chopping and changing. I really don't. And it really starts to irritate me because it's just like, keep it straightforward, man. Sometimes just do what you need to do. Just don't keep swapping and changing and remixing and doing all this, because it gets long. Yeah, it's just long. Like, if you just start with the 3-4-3 or the 4-2-3-1, I'm sure we would have been fine. But because you wanted to do all style and profile, here we are at the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 250. Keep it smooth. Keep it straight. Another thing that happened in the game. Sorry about my voice. I don't know what's going on. Don't know. I do not have the coronavirus. But another thing that happened yesterday, whole wrestling match just kicked off. Emre Can fouled Neymar, I believe. Neymar stood up and tried to square to Emre Can. Now, at this moment of time, I was kind of like, you know, like I said, Neymar's my favorite player. I was like, Neymar, allow it. But then he stood up to Emre Can like he was about to scrap. Listen, this was like what? This was like Finn Balor versus the Big Show, man. Like it was like it was, you just knew who was gonna win. And Emre Can gave Neymar a push, just the lightest push, and this man did the whole theatrics. And I'm thinking, yeah, if they scrapped Neymar, you're getting sent packing, my boy. You know, pack it up and say goodbye. But yeah, there was a bit of a kickoff there, and even went into the to like where the benches and the managers are. It was proper scrapped off. Oh, now this scrap is happening, you know what I'm saying? Elbows, RKOs, DDTs for no reason. The referee just there talking about some. I'm thinking, Donny, are you not going to enforce something? You are the referee. Enforce your empowerment, you know what I'm saying? Do something. This man talking about some with the whistle by his mouth. I'm confused as hell. I'm like, how is this man so nonchalant? It's like he knows. Maybe he thought he knew no one's gonna scrap, but at the same time, if it's kicking off that badly, surely you should, you know, do something. Anyway, we fast forward. Emre Can does get sent off, and that's when I knew it was game done. At that point, it was already 2-0. Was it 2-0 or was it 1-0? I can't remember. I really can't remember. But at that point, regardless, I knew the game was done. There was no way we were going to score 3 goals against PSG. There was no way we were having that sort of comeback. The performance was terrible. We looked invisible. We didn't look like we wanted to win the game, and rightfully deserved to be out of the Champions League. If you stay in the Champions League, you have to want it. You know, this is every player's dream. If you're a player that plays in Europe, your dream is to one day win the Champions League or contest for the Champions League title. So if you're in the Champions League, in my honest opinion, whatever you do, when you go on that pitch, you have to want that Champions League there and then. And we didn't want the Champions League there and then. We just, I don't know what we were doing yesterday. So it was a bit of a madness still. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the performance of the team. And yesterday, it was a bit heartbreaking because I really thought we could do it. But there we go, man. You know, that's how it goes sometimes, especially when you're a Favre and you like to chop and change and remix, like say it's a DJ set. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on Dortmund's performance, and let me know if I missed any. You want to talk about it in the comment section, we'll talk about it. Follow me on Twitter, official Wolfie. The link will be in the description. Follow me on Twitch. Link will be in the description. Follow me on IG. Link in the description. Download FOTMob. Use my link in the description. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.